everything I've seen just seems like a whole lot of nothing, or
Yeah.
it sounds just a lot of hoopla. Because doesn't everyone want this? It feels like it's just a matter of if AJ wants it.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I think I might be in the minority because I only want it if it makes sense. You know, I think that AJ has been gone long enough at this point that you can't just do, oh, she's a surprise Rumble entrant. You know what I mean? Because I feel like fans would kind of be upset that she wasn't around longer than just that one night. And I don't know. Sorry. I don't know if she would want to come back for like an actual storyline and feud or whatever. I mean, I feel like she could, just the way that like Trish did, you know, like I feel like that would be good. But again, I don't know if she even wants to do that. But yeah, I would only want her to come back in that capacity. Like, yeah, it would be great if she did the Rumble thing, but I feel like that wouldn't be enough for people. So I just don't want to listen to them complain about how it wasn't enough. I also don't want her to come back and do anything with Punk. I don't want to see. I hate when they do that stuff.
I was gonna ask you because that was my.
I'm not into all of that.
Because I saw a post. Someone made a graphic of CM Punk and AJ versus Seth Rollins and Becky.
No, I mean,
I think that could be really good for a Seth Punk feud, and that's a little side quest.
But the thing is like, again, I would want it to feel organic because we just had AJ involved in the Drew Punk feud. Even if she wasn't ever there, she was mentioned almost weekly. Like, to me, if you do that now with like Seth, it just feels forced to me. Like you're trying to find an easy avenue to bring her back. You don't need to create one. She really could just come back at the Royal Rumble, and then that's her way back. And then you could just do something with her during the match. That opens the door for her to come back. She doesn't have to have some sort of involvement in what Punk is doing, you know, because that was also something that we never saw on screen as a legitimate thing. It was a storyline, but most people did not know that they were actually dating or like gonna get married, you know? So I just think that we don't always have to do that. Like, Becky didn't like anything that they did with her and Seth. So it's like, we don't have to always do this because so many of them are dating or they're married. We don't need to then see it on screen just because you know they're married. I just think that's weird. So if they whatever they do with AJ, I just hope it makes sense. That's all.
I just want her to be skipping around the ring like she used to. Like that's a moment you need. That would be nice.
I think that the likelihood of her coming back is a lot higher now that Punk is back than if you know, after the past decade that everyone's been begging for her to come back. She was never going to do it until Punk was okay with whatever was going on in WWE. And I'm sure she probably has her own issues, obviously. But she hasn't given anybody any sort of inkling that she wants to come back, like as a performer. So it is a waiting game. So the latest update is that WWE is just waiting for her to say okay, and I'm like, that's not an update. That's what we've been saying for years. So
that's all the wrestling community is saying is that WWE, they're just waiting. Everyone's waiting. We're all waiting.
Yeah,
they've been doing for the past.
It's like, well, yeah, of course they're waiting for her. Like, if she was waiting to come back from WWE, they would have signed her a long time ago. They didn't even let her go to begin with. She just left. So like, it didn't have anything to do with being released. So
it was all the Punk thing.
Punk left, so AJ left. That was what it was.
I thought I saw a comment. No, the pop would be fucking epic.
Which would be really cool for a woman too, because we are, when you think about the biggest pops in like WWE history, a lot of the time it's the men. But we are at a point where I think that she could go as like, that could be one of the biggest pops of the year. you know, or the past 5 or whatever.
That
like
would
I
hit
think it could be like that.
That would hit in the millions on a clip on YouTube.
Yeah, especially what if it was in Chicago? She's not connected to Chicago besides her husband, but
but that still would be
yeah,
electric.